This is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. It's the Portland Trail Blazers facing the NBA champion Golden State Warriors. Brent, two stingy defenses tonight. Hard to see how either team is going to put up a lot of points.
These are the kind of games, Kevin, where sometimes you have an offensive breakout from a player that you and I, in doing the elaborate research we do,
yes,
all of a sudden comes up with a 19-point performance where we say out of nowhere, maybe because that defensive team wasn't prepared for that guy stepping up in a big way.
Exactly. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Lillard the 1 with McCollum at the 2. Layman is out there with Aminu, and it's Nurkic in at the center position. It's good. Durant's got his team on the board to start the game for the Warriors.
How about that? On the offensive glass, KD anticipating where the ball was going and then uses his length to track it down.
Inside. That shot misses. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. This game against Golden State is the first time they've met this season.
And they really took care of business against this group last year, winning the season series.
That's the strength of Lillard's game right there. Gorgeous arc, too, on that jump shot. Up in the air a little bit more.
Here's Iguodala, following the score by Damian Lillard. And that one's good. Durant.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
This is also one of those things where you start to think about how you're going to change your defense already. If at all possible, make someone else beat you.
And so here's Portland. Kevin Durant picking up that last basket. McCollum, no good.
Yeah, just misjudged the layup. Defense has to be better. Very fortunate there.
Misses the wing 3. The Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And it's Lillard missing.
The offense sputtering just a bit here. 1 for 4 in the game.
Durant with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. Now here's Durant. He's tightly guarded. Banked in off the glass. Durant's got 6 points.
And KD sets up those crossovers as a big 7-footer. He handles the ball so well, and that's a great decision out of a pick-and-roll set.
Now here's McCollum. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts.
Thompson against McCollum. Thompson misses.
You can't afford to let guys get comfortable there. The defense somehow avoided that shot from going in.
And Thompson sends it back.
Clay is a very good positional and on-ball defender, but him getting to a block shot like that, that's impressive.
Outside Durant. Back to Thompson. Kicks to Cook. Puts up a 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
Klay Thompson, another one of those sons of former players. I wonder what that's like. Michael Thompson, his dad, the #1 overall pick many years ago, and Klay had the ball in his hands, obviously, at a very young age, and he taught the shooting form to Klay, which looks pretty perfected at this point.
Stolen by Thompson. Durant against Aminu. Durant, no good.
And listen, you can't design a play any better to get a look that good. Just couldn't knock it down.
The best players know that is going to happen, and you just can't let it get into your head. It's a shot that you want to take.
Now here's McCollum, following the shot by Kevin Durant. And despite all the encouragement from his father, Klay said he didn't envision a pro career until late in college.
Well, he certainly wasn't a top recruit coming out of high school, so here's a little trivia for you, Kevin. Alongside Luke Walton and his father, Big Red Bill Walton, Klay and Michael Thompson, the only father-son NBA duo with multiple titles apiece. I just got one.
So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Take a look at the history of the Portland Trail Blazers, and part of the NBA since 1970. And the phrase Rip City, which has stuck with the team ever since winning that title back in 1977.
And he can't get the first one. And for the Blazers, a lot of ups and downs with their history.
A lot of wins, but the franchise has been a bit cursed with some major injuries in the last 15 years. You think of guys like Greg Oden, the first pick in the draft, Bill Walton back in the 70s, and the ankle injuries that he had to deal with. That young team felt like they were going to run the West for quite some time, and those injuries really hurt and devastated the fan base in Portland. Now, last season's championship round, the fourth straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major four sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
6 to shoot. And now it's a double-digit lead. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Nurkic, the pass to Lillard. Now here's Iguodala. T right on him, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Using his height perfectly on the inside, Iguodala making the D get physical with his play.
Brent, next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brent, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast, but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those two guys in place.
Good on both. Do you see a lot of player tampering right now in the NBA?
Well, how do you define it, Kevin?
Well, if a player wants to go out and recruit other players that may be under contract with another team.
I see that a lot then, Kevin. I mean, it happens all the time. Players talking about what are you thinking about doing, and about, wow, don't you think this would be great if we could get together on the floor in 2021? Let's try to.
But management doing it is a completely different animal.
Management cannot do it, although some teams have walked that tightrope a little bit to the point where they've fallen off in recent years. But the idea of players not ever talking to one another about the potential of being together.
Come on, right?
It's always happening.
So it's Portland now. After the miss from Andre Iguodala. Drills it from outside.
That's a pretty release on the shot by McCollum. Just one of the reasons why he's become so confident from behind the arc.
Iguodala finds Thompson. At the elbow, Jones. Thompson against McCollum. That one a little long. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Nobody near Lillard. Off target from outside.
He just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
Starting to surge here, and we're only in the first quarter.
And I'm loving what I'm seeing. The passion that they're playing with up and down the floor.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
Well, Kevin Durant, he cares. He cares about winning. He cares about his teammates. He cares about how they go about their business, and he puts the work in. So since leaving OKC and all the criticism and all the outside chatter, Kevin Durant has been the best player on the best team in the biggest moments, winning 2 Finals MVPs.
So a moment now to see the story on Jusuf Nurkic. Good season for him last year. 10th in blocks, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
Great anticipation and timing. That's how he ended up a top 10 shot blocker. Now, here's Nurkic. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And for Durant, Brent, to absorb so much animosity, especially in Oklahoma City, it really pained him.
Well, of course you don't like it when people are talking negatively about you, but the one thing about going to Golden State and being around that environment, I think Kevin Durant felt safe around the construct and culture of what the Warriors were about. And then for Kevin, obviously, the best thing to do is go out and play and let your play do the talking. He's certainly done that, and he's done it loudly.
Now here's Thompson. He's coming off a 25-point game against Oklahoma City. And here's McCollum for three. Nailed from three-point land. McCollum's got a couple of threes now in the first for Portland. Here is Cook, covered by Lillard. Looney kicks to Thompson. Over McCollum. Thompson misses. Trailblazers trail by 8. Lillard outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 5 now.
Now there's another way Lillard can beat you off the ball. Great timing on the catch and shoot.
Cook looking it over. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Looney. Shoots from the right block. Nurkic with the block.
Is this basketball or volleyball? Nurkic with the spike.
Lillard the pass to Layman. The rebound by Iguodala.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Here's Looney using his post move to get the 2 points. Looney's got his first basket. Trailblazers trail by 7. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Jerebko's checked in for Andre Iguodala. Portland also making some changes. Myers Leonard comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And Stauskas subbed in for McCollum. Here's Stauskas. He's covered by Thompson. 13 feet away. Stauskas' shot is off. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. He kicks it to Durant. Off target from outside.
Well, the team is still up despite him struggling, so hopefully he'll find his rhythm.
Back to Lillard. Clock at 6. Back to Stauskas. Over Thompson. But they'll get another chance. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 8.
Amazing how much Lillard has spatial awareness when his defender's just far enough away. He's going to shoot that quickly.
And here is Jerebko. His last outing, he had 8 points. And it's Cook missing. Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was a loss to Oklahoma City. Layman kicks to Lillard. This one for 3, and the Trailblazers another 3.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Opening night is upon us. Every team looking to come out of the gate strong. As we know, only half are going to get to the end.
Don't tell him that, Kevin.
I know you can't.
Let it breathe a little bit.
Yeah.
It is a long season. The teams, as we've seen in the past, sometimes what we're watching here tonight, 6 or 7 members of that team might not be on it come February. So got to temper your expectations. Watch the way guys have maybe improved from last season coming into this season. Excited about young teams and the opportunity of their potential, but things can change quickly in this league.
But don't you love the optimism at this time of year?
No doubt about
Yeah.
it. Everybody's fired up for the opportunity to show what it is, especially as a player, what you worked on in the offseason to bring it to the hardwood and show your coaching staff the type of work you put in.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. And then for the Trailblazers, Collins checked in for Nurkic, and it's Turner in for Lehman. Thompson for the triple. Hands it from downtown. Thompson's got 7.
Klay Thompson takes a ton of pride in the catch-and-shoot game. His release is lightning quick.
And Lillard kicks to Collins. Down low, the 10-footer. And Looney sends it back. Shot clock at 5. Lillard from outside. The Warriors pull it in. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
That's just called working within the offense. As Thompson, unwilling to settle for a shot, has good vision and then sees the open man.
Now here's Lillard. He's coming off a 40-point game against Milwaukee. The shot by Turner no good.
I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Thompson for 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
1:14 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Collins. Right wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. It's rebounded by Livingston. Warriors leading by 9. Outside Durant. Passes it to Urepko. Durant feeling it out a bit. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Just don't touch him right now, okay? You're going to burn yourself. The guy is on fire.
Brent, has there ever been a player who scores more easily with less effort than Kevin Durant?
Well, I know this, Kevin, that Kevin puts in a ton of work to make it look as easily as it does. There's just nobody that can match up with KD. And when he's playing like this, he gets out into the mid-range and starts to hit a few shots. Watching him be on fire for a night is a treat.
Well, last season, a strong one for the Portland Trail Blazers. Actually came out on top of the Northwest Division.
Yep, snuck all the way up to that 3rd seed with the tight grouping in the Western Conference, and 4 teams in the division made the playoffs last year. 5 were in the race. Certainly was one of the toughest divisions in the league, and the Blazers ended up on top.
Now the pass to Looney. Turner with the steal. Here's Stauskas, covered by Lee. Collins dishes to Lillard. Good work there as it goes. Lillard's got 13.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Golden State.
Pass to Durant. Shoots over Turner, and Durant gets it to go. The assist by Livingston.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
And if you check out the strategy, you can see already the plays that they're calling. Feels like they found a weakness or two in the defense.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 12. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Earlier on, C.J. McCollum discussed the Warriors and why focus is the key to beating them.
You just got to lock in, man. Every possession is crucial, especially against a team like the Warriors who are beyond elite. They capitalize on mistakes. They go on runs in a moment's notice. That's the difference. You can play excellent basketball for 40 minutes, but that 8 minutes can change the entire game.
You know, Greg, McCollum's right. You let your guard down and they can peel off a huge run.
You've got to play a complete game to knock them off.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
Well, there's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
On the floor for Portland. At the 2, it's McCollum with Turner at the 3. Al-Farouq Aminu is out there with Nurkic, and it's Stauskas in at the point guard position. And it's Iguodala missing. Trailblazers trail by 14. Turner inside. He's covered by Iguodala.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Kicks it to Livingston. Pass to Jerebko. He dishes it to Iguodala. Passes it to Livingston. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They host the Clippers after this game. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Now the pass to Stauskas. And it's Aminu in the corner. And he's good on the 3-ball. Aminu's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
And those are signs of increasing versatility of Aminu, looking much more comfortable from long range these days.
Pass to Stauskas. Back to McCollum. Iguodala with the steal. He kicks it to Livingston. Pass to Jerebko. It's stolen by Aminu. And here we go. Fast break. Turner's got it. And a wide open look for McCollum. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner.
Well, defenses gear up to stop McCollum from the three-point line, but he can get around you into mid-range and settle in from there.
Livingston up top. He's guarded by McCollum. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Sean Livingston has had such a remarkable comeback career and one of the more unique players in the league. At 6'7", plays really a true point guard position, but very rarely do you ever see Sean Livingston getting away from shots on the floor where he knows he can be devastating. 10 to 12 feet, back to the basket, up over the top of guys. Just a really unique set of skills from Sean Livingston.
Free throw good, Livingston. And Livingston, not really a three-point shooter, but Brandy does so many other things to help you win.
It really doesn't get up into guys physically, but is out there with his smarts defensively to be versatile, to be able to switch. I love when Sean has a little bit of a launch pad on offense to get to the rim and get up and throw down some dunks. Just such a steadying force coming off the bench for the Warriors in the past few seasons.
Ranked first in assists for 4 consecutive seasons, Brent. Are these Warriors the best passing team in NBA history?
Well, by the numbers, you would say yes. Assist rates that exceed even the Showtime Lakers back in the early and mid-'80s. Also, this team has been first in offensive efficiency for 3 straight years. I mean, it's been remarkable. So not only the best passing team, but maybe the best offense of all time.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And one thing they'll discuss are their defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Blazers. Here's Stauskas. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. This is to McCollum. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
One of the best NBA athletes of his era, Andre Iguodala, and still you could make the case, Brent, it's his intelligence that's his strongest attribute.
And most of the time, the comments from Steve Kerr or Ron Adams, the defensive guru on the coaching staff, talk about how Andre Iguodala is a coach on the floor. So he's been a great mentor for Klay Thompson and some of the younger players who are coming up and coming along with the Warriors to talk to them about how he thinks, what he sees, and what he does. Big reason why the Warriors have won multiple titles.
First free throw is good.
Andre Iguodala about as reliable as it gets. Steve Kerr calls him the adult in the room.
No good on the second free throw. The league no longer wants to reward offensive players who throw themselves into defenders. Have you seen a big change in how those players, Brent, are being called?
I think the league's doing a better job of it, trying to examine when it is
Seems that way, you're right.
Somebody gets up in the air and the offensive player leans in or kicks out and tries to draw some kind of contact. So it's been up to the referees. They've been diligent with it. I think they'll just get better with time.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Stauskas kicks to Nurkic. Iguodala with the steal. Here's Livingston, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Well, after nearly being out of the league, Livingston has found an incredible role, a true warrior.
He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
Free throw good, Livingston. And trying to defend the Warriors. All that motion. Brent, how tough is that to defend?
Well, it kills you, Kevin, because it's not like you know if you give up an open shot, it's going to go in. That happens with most of the NBA. It's the fact that maybe you're 2 feet away or 6 inches away from getting a steal, and that play costs you, and it just keeps coming at you for 48 minutes. Those devastating shooters, all of that movement, really tough to guard, and everybody in the league's having their troubles with it.
Offensive rebound, a second chance effort. Nurkic can't hit. Warriors leading by 16. To the middle. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. To the right side. Aminu, no one around him. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The shot. They get it back. Lee tries again. Good D by McCollum.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
That one good for 2. McCollum's got 10 points in the game.
Well, if he's going to do that, I don't know what you do to defend him. McCollum with the floater, so smooth.
Timeout called the Warriors. McCollum, one of the best shooters in the NBA. Any range, Brent, any shot, he can knock it down.
Yeah, a little bit of a down year in 18 for Lillard, but the way that he can score and the efficiency with which he can score is just remarkable. I really like to watch the pace he plays with, Kevin. I mean, he finds spots on the floor to get to and has that length and kind of never sped up sort of mentality on the offensive end. Becomes very, very dangerous.
And the Warriors making a change here. Cook's checked in. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squads that really made it happen on the fast break last season. The Warriors, number 1.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
Kicks it to Urebko. The dish to Iguodala. Over in the corner, Lee. Just 5 to shoot. And the 3 off target. McCollum finds Turner. Back to McCollum. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. And that's 13 points for C.J. McCollum. Passes it to Urebko. Here is Cook. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
Well, I think he was especially impressive on the glass. The defense had no idea what to do with him.
The Warriors have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Cook.
Last season, the Blazers were at a bit of a crossroads, wondering if they should start over and make some major changes. Some rumblings at the trade deadline of maybe one of their diminutive guard positions might have been on the move, but they stayed with the group. Terry Stotts did a remarkable job and made some slight changes to the game plan and got them to the 3rd seed.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. With the core of Lillard and McCollum, not easy to break that up.
Well, as bad as the first round might have been for the Blazers last year in terms of getting swept, it's very unique to have that kind of skill in the backcourt and hard to give up on. It's a team that won 13 straight in 2018, so the talent is there. It's just about the pieces and establishing a new chemistry with those pieces that'll be imperative for the Blazers.
Durant, the pass to Iguodala. Shoots over Turner. And the Warriors miss again. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. They trail by 9 points. Here's Nurkic. Count that one.
Awesome concentration by Nurkic there to take his time in the post and make the shot look easy.
Golden State's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. McCollum against Lee. Now here's Durant. He's tightly guarded. And there's the pass to Looney. Lee kicks to Durant. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Lillard surveying the D. And here's McCollum for 3. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Obviously, Damian Lillard is the type of player who can carry an offense, ball in his hands at all times, and he can pick and choose where it is that he wants to spot up on the floor, manipulate a pick and roll, and just start to get devastating in terms of getting to the rim and mixing up some coverages for the defense.
Zach Collins checked in for Nurkic.
And checking out some stats for McCollum. Last year, getting it done. Last year averaged 21 points per, 3 assists and 4 rebounds. Just solid all-around performances we've been seeing from him, delivering night in and night out.
And I like it when stars do exactly that. It's not just about scoring 50 or 40 or 30. It's about making plays consistently.
Lee finds Iguodala, goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Iguodala's got 5. And with Lillard, as you said, almost 20 shots a game for him the past few seasons.
Well, that's near the top of the list amongst point guards and usage rate, but I don't think Damian Lillard minds it all that much. A lot of his shots are three-pointers, and a lot of those threes are pretty deep, Kevin. You couple that shooting ability with the ability he has to create, and the offense starts to find its way into a good rhythm.
McCollum, no good. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to Milwaukee. Iguodala against Turner. Parked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And here's Portland. They're on a 17-7 run. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Warriors pull it in. Thompson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Beyond the arc. C.J. McCollum comes up with the rebound. McCollum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Over Lee. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from McCollum.
Well, the game's 4 quarters, and after a tough first half, he's found his rhythm in the second.
Durant kicks to Cook. We see more and more teams looking to push the tempo. Is that just a fad, or is this going to be a long-term thing?
Well, if I can play against any defense that has no ability to set up where they want to be or have the matchups with the players they want to have, Kevin, I'm going to look to take advantage. And if that happens in the first 5-6 seconds with one pass, so be it.
That's good from Cook. The Blazers known for their explosive offense, but Brent, their defense became one of the stronger in the league.
Yeah, I think that's what propelled them to the 3rd seed, top 5 last season in a lot of defensive metrics, great rebounders and a good job of challenging shots. They play in a bit of a drop position where they're always protecting the paint and not overextending themselves. It's been successful for the coaching staff.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Pass to Durant. Drops in the tray. Durant's got 16 points.
Vintage KD, quick trigger on the catch and shoot.
Trailblazers trail by 4. Now Turner. His last outing, he had 8 points. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Evan Turner, the former number 2 pick out of Ohio State, is a very good ball handler, and he plays kind of in that mid-range game to look for space, not only to score, but to set up teammates. And I think coaching staff loves to have him play that point forward position to dictate some of the offense and take the load off the guards.
And that one falls for Turner. And with Turner, he has underachieved, Brent, as far as where he was taken in the draft, but he offers a lot of unique skills to a team.
And the biggest drawback is Evan Turner at his size. You'd want him to shoot the three-point ball with a little bit more consistency. So I know he plays in the box a bit, and he likes to play in the mid-range game, but there are some things offensively I think that he can do to take advantage of some mismatches and put some points on the board.
The Warriors leading. Cook, the pass to Thompson. Here's Looney. And there's the foul. It goes on Evan Turner. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The Warriors have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good. The Warriors' Steve Kerr, the fastest coach in major American sports history to 250 wins. Brent, he gave all the credit to his players. But you talk about what makes him special.
Well, I think Steve just really timed it right in terms of when it was he was going to approach the next phase of his life, waiting for his children to be in a good place, waiting for him mentally to be in a spot where he was going to take over a talented team and put his imprint on it. His experience in Phoenix in the front office, teaching him about what it takes to move players around and make trades. Just a proper approach and the proper timing for Steve to take over a basketball club, and then to bring all of what he learned from Greg Popovich and Phil Jackson to the table, along with a lot of his own. And I think Steve thought long and hard and prepared himself on a lot of levels about what the job was going to be for him. We've seen that play out rather nicely in the last few years.
A minute 50 left in the first half of the game. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Again, the Trailblazers good for two.
This is the area that Evan Turner has built his house, the mid-range, finding his way into the paint and scoring the basketball.
Lee finds Thompson, and it's in there. Thompson's got 12 in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Lillard from outside. He can't get that one to fall. So Golden State will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. They host the Kings after this game. And that'll be the third of the four straight at home. Thompson against Turner. 6 on the shot clock with the fadeaway. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening. If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
Again, the miss by Thompson.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first two shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Lillard dishes to McCollum over Lee. Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing. The Warriors trailing. Here is Cook. 5 points in the game. He kicks to Durant. Shoots over Leonard. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Steve Kerr. Coach, what did the team do in that first half defensively?
Just competed. You know, we have a very good defensive team, and our guys are getting after it. I think we've been a lot better defensively than we have offensively, and some of that defense has led to some transition and some open shots.
Something your guys always fall back on. Thanks, Steve. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. C.J. McCollum was on fire in the first half. He ended up with 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. What'd you think about Portland, Kenny?
Well, the three-point shooting was the key thus far. When you're knocking down those shots from the perimeter, it really spreads the floor. You demand respect from the defense. We'll see if they can keep it flowing in the second half.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. A few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. You know, C.J. McCollum has been exceptional here, guys.
And I just love how aggressive he is. Usually tries to work for the best shot that he can.
Well, we saw that in the first half, and he's constantly on the move and slipping behind the eyes of the defense to work closer to the rim.
The Warriors shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson and Iguodala make up the perimeter. Jones is out there with Durant, and it's Cook in at the one spot. 4 on the shot clock. And he makes that one. Cook's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Warriors.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he's also crafty with how he approaches it. Right there, he uses just the right move to lay it in.
Nurkic kicks to McCollum. And now Farouk Aminu gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Golden State now. It's a one-point game. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. At the top of the key, Thompson. Over McCollum. Thompson with the bucket. Thompson's got 14.
And his versatility on offense is so spectacular. He always finds ways to help put points up on the board.
It's stolen by Jones. To the inside, Iguodala. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
They're playing with a huge bit of confidence and some fire here. They've recorded 3 in a row here, guys.
The free throw drops for Iguodala. Trailblazers trail by 6. Here's McCollum. The Trailblazers keeping it alive. New 24.
Well, the defense did a fine job there. Just not good enough. Nurkic, too skilled.
Here is Cook, covered by Lillard. Iguodala outside. And it's Cook missing.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McCollum against Thompson. And Thompson sends it back. And he's able to get it back. And it's Durant with the ball. He'll bring it up for Golden State. At one point, they led by 16. Thompson outside. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Portland trailing here. Here's Layman. For the tie. No good that time. Good D by Jones. Here's Durant. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, sure, it's hard to avoid fouling Durant, but the problem is he's hitting 90% for his career from the free throw line.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the all-star Kevin Durant, a slender, quick-footed forward, he's added a bit of physicality and defensive presence to his game the last couple years.
Durant hits them both.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Now here's Lillard. Not a lot of room. From outside the arc. Trailblazers keep it alive. Hits. Count that one from Nurkic.
Well, Nurkic has a big showing. Great energy there, collecting the rebound and scoring.
Cook kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Durant. Over McCollum, and it's Durant, that time on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 4th assist in this one. Trailblazers trail by 4. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. McCollum up top. He's covered by Thompson. Tries from 10. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in. Nurkic has got 8 points.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Iguodala, the pass to Durant. Teardrop shot, and it's good on the layup. Lillard's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Well, he's capable of lighting a fuse and putting on a fireworks show. He'll do it in any building. Tonight he's got it going.
Trailblazers have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. And they take the lead. McCollum's got 26 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Golden State's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd, still 0 for 3.
Well, CJ, one of those exemplary players that stayed all 4 years at Lehigh and then came into the league very, very polished and very ready for everything that the league was going to throw at him. Not just the defenses on the court, but the NBA lifestyle in general. And he learned to be a great leader here in Portland alongside Damian Lillard.
Durant with it. 20 points for him. To halt the run, and he makes good on the layup. Durant's got 6 in the quarter.
And the sinewy body of Kevin Durant allows him to finish through the physical play.
And for McCollum, rare does someone who stayed all 4 years end up being such a star at the NBA level.
Well, McCollum's done just such a great job of improving his game even after coming into the league so polished. And how fortunate for Portland in the wake of losing one of their all-time greats in LaMarcus Aldridge to fill some of that scoring gap with a talented player like C.J. McCollum.
Basket counts.
And not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And Durant puts up a deep 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got assist number 5 here tonight. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. And here is the shot chart as we see how things are going for Durant.
Well, this is what you wanted to see from him. I mean, he's not settling for anything and is going right at the defender, taking the ball to the rim whenever he can. And the attitude he's had on offense is keeping his team flying around as his energy is contagious out there right now.
Lillard finds Nurkic. McCollum against Thompson. McCollum passes to Aminu. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lillard from outside bangs home the trifecta. Lillard's got 23 points.
Well, he can create his own shot. He can spot up off the ball. Lillard can torch your defense any which way.
Here's Thompson. Good D by McCollum. Trailblazers leading by 5. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. Urebko comes in for Andre Iguodala. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Leonard's checked in. On the inbound, and McCollum with the slam.
Well, McCollum right now relentless on the offensive end. It doesn't matter how much he's scoring. He'll take a little more.
Cook kicks to Durant. Another 3 for Golden State.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
Warriors trail by 4. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And a miss there on the triple.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Here's Layman. They swipe it. Here is Cook, covered by Lillard. And it's Cook missing. And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second. Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Lee comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Cook. Collins checked in for Portland. Stauskas comes in for Lillard. Portland's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Stauskas dishes to Collins. McCollum outside. Nice spin off the left rim and in. McCollum's got 30.
Well, he's got a baton in the right hand as he's orchestrating what's going on. A maestro, if you will.
Now here's Livingston. Tight defense on him. From 12 feet out, and he knocks down the jumper. Livingston's got 8 points.
Great form on the Livingston jump shot there. He knows he's got the green light in the mid-range.
Lee against McCollum. Here's Layman. 6 on the shot clock. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Layman's got his second basket of the game. Durant, the pass to Looney. Back to Durant. No one near him. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. McCollum's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. That shot wide open. And now a 6-point Portland lead.
The CJ, such an effective two-guard, not just a shooter and a great shooter at that, but a capable passer when his teammates are open.
Back to Durant. Jacks up a 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
McCollum kicks to Stauskas. A three-pointer off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Leonard dishes to Stauskas. Pass to Collins. A 3 from McCollum drains the three-pointer. McCollum's got 11 points in the quarter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Timeout called the Warriors.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second chance points.
Evan Turner, he's checked in for the Trailblazers.
A moment here to check out Kevin Durant. Great showing for him last season. 5th in blocks, 6th in scoring, and he was top 10 in free throw percentage. Did not waste opportunities to convert at the line.
And he was a shot blocking machine last season for sure. As you said, top 5 in the league. He gave ground to absolutely no one. For 3, Stauskas. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Livingston kicks to Jerebko. Durant up top. And there's the feed to Livingston. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And a moment here to check out who the Golden State Warriors have coming up. On Saturday, it'll be the Sacramento Kings coming into town. And then on Monday, they'll defend home court against the Orlando Magic.
And that one against the Raptors. It's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
Free throw good, Livingston.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Both shots good from the stripe. A minute 50 left in the third quarter. Stauskas kicks to Collins. Here's McCollum. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
He's just a hard guy not to foul. C.J. McCollum is so versatile as a scorer, you never know which move he's going to go to.
The Trailblazers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
Throw good, McCollum.
Really increasing the amount of times he goes to the free throw line, just learning and assimilating. McCollum is so much more comfortable with the ball now.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Shot by Collins, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Livingston kicks to Lee. Five to shoot. The pass to Looney. Golden State needs to get off a shot. But they'll get another chance. Here's Livingston, and it's sent back by Leonard.
There's some good commitment from Myers Leonard on defense there. Gets his hands up and swats that one away.
Warriors trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Yeah, this team would be in some bad shape, guys, if he wasn't scoring like this right now.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Here's Stauskas. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Jerebko. 24 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Stauskas. He's covered by Livingston. Now here's McCollum. He's got 34. "13 feet away. Can't connect. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. Back right after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Portland leading by 10. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Damian Lillard. Myers Leonard is out there with Turner. Then it's Collins, and it's Stauskas in at the 2. Last season, Damian Lillard continuing to put up big numbers. Took a while for him to find his groove, but he eventually got there.
Yeah, a lot of chatter last year about Lillard switching up his diet, going vegan for a little while, and then he switched back. Said he was losing a little bit too much in terms of his total body weight.
Take a break.
And felt like he needed to get some of that strength back.
And the first one drops.
And for a guy who entered the league as a terrific free throw shooter, Damian Lillard is now among the elite of the elite from the stripe.
He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Livingston bringing it up now for Golden State. Down by 12. Kicks to Jerebko. He's looking for Livingston and finds him.
Well, 6'7", Sean Livingston still can get up there and rock the rim.
And for Portland, they're shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Collins against Jones. Back to Leonard. Rebounded by Jerebko. Warriors shooting pretty well at 46% from the floor. Livingston looking for the opening. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Livingston's got 4 points this quarter. Portland leading by 8. Lillard finds Leonard. Now here's Collins, defended by Jerebko. Here's Turner. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
I like the way Turner uses his body on the inside, not scared of that kind of contact, and throwing a bit of his weight around.
Livingston passes to Thompson. That drops, and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game. Thompson's gone a nice 3 for 7 from distance. And Lillard kicks to Collins. Turner inside. It's up against Thompson. Turner passes to Lillard. Clock at 6. There's the 3. Warriors with the rebound. Lee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Got that bucket in no time at all. Now just a 5-point Trailblazer lead.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Pass to Collins. He dishes it to Lillard. Takes the 13-footer. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Lillard's got 27 points.
So good at picking his spots. He always knows exactly what the team needs from him offensively. That's why they hold the lead.
Urepko dishes to Thompson. He kicks to Livingston. Thompson finds Livingston. That one doesn't go. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. They've held a 12-point lead early. Lillard outside. Passes to Stauskas. The pass to Collins. Lillard from outside. Connects from 3-point range. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
I mean, he is bringing his game, guys. Another jumper from distance.
Livingston kicks to Thompson. Lee outside. And here's Livingston. It's good. That basket, he's now 5 for 9. Trailblazers leading by 8. Pass to Leonard. On the wing, Turner. Collins kicks to Lillard. Collins in the post. Defended by Jones. And finished off by Collins.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, GA, he does not waste one of them.
Well, you love the NBA, but some of these guys have the DNA. He also outworks everybody. Filthy combination.
And the Warriors making a change here. Cook's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for Leonard. And that one falls for Collins.
You know, Zach Collins, the Gonzaga product, one that the Blazers moved up in the draft to acquire because they just felt he would be optimal in this kind of offense, especially playing alongside dynamic guards. And they brought him along slowly last year, and towards the end of the season showed great potential.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Stauskas. Not going to go that time. Good D by Lee.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
Cook, good.
Tremendous effort. He will not be denied on the offensive glass.
Portland leading by 9. Here's Stauskas. Kicks to Collins. Releases. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And with most players his size, it'll take some time. This team knows to be patient with Collins.
Yeah, 7-footer with the ability to shoot the ball. He's got to have some confidence in his role, which last year came along very slowly. The one thing that I've seen from Zach Collins, though, in his rookie campaign is he's not afraid of anything. Great moments in the playoffs and stepped up to compete.
Lee passes to Thompson. Shoots over Turner. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Thompson.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Pass to Aminu. Turner against Thompson. And it's Turner off the drive. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Turner's got 4 this quarter.
I know he seems to play constantly in second gear, but that's the comfort zone where Evan Turner can get the damage done.
Urepko kicks to Lee. Some nice passing by Golden State. The shot by Thompson, no good.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Here's Lillard, and the rebound goes to the Warriors. Lee outside. He kicks it to Cook. A three ball. Aminu grabs the miss.
Well, he had one three-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Now Lillard passes it to Turner. Rebounded by Urebko.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time he chose wisely.
Warriors trail by 6. Here is Cook. Here's Lee. The shot, no good. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 14 points now in the second half.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside, Jones feeds to Lee. There's the pass to Urebko, and Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Looney's checked in for Jones. Kevin Durant comes in for Urebko. And it's Iguodala in for Damian Lillard. And then for the Trailblazers, Jusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Collins. And McCollum subbed in for Nick Stauskas. Here is Cook, covered by Lillard. Tries to snap the cold streak. And it's Cook missing. Trailblazers leading by 8. Lillard outside. And good. He got the English that time as it falls. Lillard's got 34.
Well, his offense should come with a warning label, caution, flammable. He's connecting on everything. The D looks dumbfounded.
Here's Thompson, and it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Down low. Aminu with it, back to Turner. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Now, he's done a good job of keeping control of the ball. Even with that turnover, you can tell his teammates trust him to hang on to the pill.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Not sure what the defense is thinking, or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And now we can see that when he's at his best, they are a very dangerous team, going up against the defending champs and getting the job done. From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He is not pleased, and he told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Three-pointer, Lillard, and the three ball is good. Lillard's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Portland.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
Yeah, we got to be a DEFCON 1 here, because at this point, he is so dialed in, you got to get him off his spots.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. It's McCollum on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. Golden State moving it around. It's stolen by Aminu. Three-pointer. McCollum, no good.
I think the D is just fine with those kind of shot attempts coming from him there because he's not hitting anything right now.
Here's Durant, and then Durant with the jam.
That's a big-time finish. KD dunking all over the defense.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Thompson comes with the double team. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the Warriors with possession here. Warriors trail by 7. Cook, the pass to Durant. Out to Thompson. To the paint. Here's Iguodala, and it's sent back by Turner. Trying to get open is Iguodala. And it's Durant missing.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Lillard outside. Misses the three. They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Despite a laid-back nature, Durant demands the ball in crunch time. This is why.
.40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now, here's Lillard. Defense right on him. Thompson comes with the double team. Nurkic. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, the determination there by Nurkic pressures the D into getting a little bit too physical with him on that shot.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Well, a solid trip to the line there to help extend the lead.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're trailing by 7. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Al-Farouq Aminu.
Yeah, life's not fair, right, Kevin? I mean, that is unfair. You do everything you can to contest Durant's shot, and it turns up to be an up fake instead.
Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. And so Durant nails them both. There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Oh, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 7-point game. Maybe at this point, not much of a chance for a comeback.
Yeah, you got a better chance of walking through a lion's den with pork chop underwear on.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. And so it's Portland winning this one. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Dame, you guys got off to a slow offensive start, but came back and got the win. What got going?
It wasn't the prettiest game. We didn't shoot the ball well, but we just had to find ourselves. I think we did a great job of sticking with it. Some shots started to fall, and we was able to pull away.
And that ball goes in the basket, everything changes, right? Thanks, Dame. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long and good night, everyone.